Hello and welcome back to Hogwarts Legacy. I hope you're all doing very well out there. So I have been very productive in the last few days. I've been doing it kind of gradually. So just to let you know that I'm still not 100% health-wise, but what so I have been doing this progressively. I want to show you what I have been doing. So as you can see, wrong bit. So as you can see, I'm leveled up to 28 since we last saw my last playthrough. So I had hoped that the grow and harvest fluxweed would have done, because I actually purchased the large table to grow that, and unfortunately it seems not to grow. So as you can see, I've also got the rope that that you see in the actual trailer from when Hogwarts Legacy was released. So let's just quickly show you the map. So quest wise, as you can see, I've completed Madame Kagawa's spell side quest, which was for Arresto Momentum, and literally I have to complete this to for Flipendo, which weirdly enough does not show me in the actual so if I actually go to the spell, so obviously as you can see I haven't learned it here, so those are the only two that I need to learn, is Flipendo and Transformation, or Transfiguration. Obviously this is the good playthrough, so I will not be learning any of these, but I will be doing an actual playthrough where I'll be doing all three of the actual if I go to the world map, I'll show you. So where basically I'll be going to the arenas. That's what I was trying to think of. So all the arenas, so the Dark Arts Battle Arena, so I'll be doing a playthrough. I'll be going to all three of those, so you'll actually get to see me do those in one episode of that. Okay, so you'll so for the moment, let's go and do the quest with Gladwin Moon. Oh, I don't think I've actually activated the so before I right, I did do the recordings for the recent Hogwarts mystery. Right, I don't think I just quickly. Oh, I did. So why does it not come up? I don't know why it's not showing up on us. But let's get on with Gladwin Moon's. So as you can see, I've just brightened this up a little bit, and I probably might have to brighten up a little bit more. But I noticed on the thumbnail for that I did for the previous episodes that I did, that just wasn't really that bright, so I brightened it up. I may have to do it a little bit more. Oh, Sylvia Pembroke. So Sylvia Pembroke's portrait, which is just down below one level, that just down there, you can just see it there. She's the one I based my prophecy from.
Hello again, Mr. Moon.
Oh, I was hoping to see you again, my young friend. Gladwin Moon, Hogwarts caretaker, at your service. First, please allow me to apologize if I seemed a bit unsteady when we last met. I'm afraid I had a rather disconcerting encounter. Although I hear your visit to Hogsmeade was even more eventful than mine.
I suppose you could call it eventful. I certainly wasn't expecting a troll attack.
Oh, of course not. And from what I understand, the village was lucky you were there. In fact, my recent visit to Hogsmeade is the reason I was hoping to bump into you. I could use your help with something. Do you see that curious statue over there? Watch what happens when that light changes from day to night. Now, if you wouldn't mind humouring me for a moment, see if you can remove the moon from the statue. Oh, odd little contraptions, aren't they? It seems the statue vanishes once the moon is removed, which, incidentally, can only be done at night. Why don't you hold on to that one for now, and I'll explain more as we walk. Ever since that fateful day in the village, those curious statues have begun appearing about the castle. A fair number have been strewn around Hogsmeade. Someone, it seems, is trying to torment me. You see, that day in Hogsmeade, I turned a corner and came face to face with a boggart, or shapeshifter, if you will, which takes the form of whatever scares you most. This one took the form of a demiguise.
A demiguise?
Yes! Terrifying creature that can see the future. Wholly unnerving. I encountered one when I was a lad in Korea. Terrible experience. Those statues are demiguises. The moons, I assume, are an uninspired play on my name. Some jackanapes used a boggart to learn my greatest fear and use it against me. I have my suspicion as to the scoundrel or scoundrels responsible. It is my hope that they will slip up and reveal themselves as the statues disappear. That is why I need your help in removing the statues.
Why me?
A couple of reasons, frankly. First, your daring do against those trolls in Hogsmeade has gained you a reputation for fearlessness. Second, as macabre and hideous as a demiguise is, most would find my fear of them unwarranted. You, however, have seen how they affect me. I'm at my wit's end, young friend. I simply can't bring myself to go near them. In fact, I know of two statues right here in the faculty tower. Perhaps you could start simply by removing them, so I can go about my evening duties.
I see. The one thing I don't understand about this is that if he's giving you permission to go into the faculty tower to do something for him, why this needs to be a stealth mission?
I'd be glad to help you, Mr. Moon.
Oh, I knew I could count on you. First, you know how to cast a disillusionment charm, correct? You'll want to do that before wandering the tower at night. Next, you'll notice that the door is locked. However will you get in? Alohomora, that's how.
But what about curfew?
Curfew? Oh, tosh. I sense you're a bit like me when I was your age. Oh, the school was my oyster. And I took advantage of it. Oh, everyone loved me for it. Oh, those were the days. Now, you'll find one statue in the prefect's bathroom and the other in the hospital wing. Good luck. Oh, and thank you.
Right, okay, so...
Alohomora.
So, I didn't know that... I don't think this was actually on there at the time. And I don't know if it's actually been added to any other console game or to PC, but there is now, if you just look at the very bottom right-hand corner, a little bit that says autosave if you press square. Which means it just does it without you needing to...
You're in. Remember, use a disillusionment charm so no one claps eyes on you. This is a restricted area of the castle, after all.
This, of course, is all when...
How are your students getting on?
Rather poorly, I'd say.
Is that
Well, I'd love to actually... You know, I keep saying, you know... I'd love to see in the next game. I mean, obviously, what I'd love to see is what the developers are going to do in the next game.
This must be the prefect's bathroom.
So I'm hoping that when this does this will actually unlock...
Brutes, always mucking about, stirring up trouble. One of those goblins comes near me, I'll hand him his hat. Or hell, my foot. I'm not afraid of goblin rebellion. I might...
students in the hospital wing on account of my venomous tentacular?
Not at the moment, no. Plenty of other perils and pitfalls to send them my way.
We'll look at that in a minute. That's the actual student that is the reason why Quidditch got banned.
That knows best, but the students are terribly disappointed about Quidditch being cancelled.
Huh. I had planned to bet a few galleons on Hufflepuff this season.
Professor Hackett, I'm disgusted at you. Oh. See, if I'd done this the other day.
Hello, Mr. Moon. I have the moons you asked me to collect.
Oh goodness, you're as fearless as I'd hoped. An excellent start. If we can collect more, it may shed some light on who's behind all this. Of course, I first suspected Peeves. He drove the previous caretaker, rancorous Carp, to an early retirement with his intolerable buffoonery. But that does not explain the boggart in Hogsmeade, does it? No. I am determined, with your help, to discover the identity of my tormentor.
It's definitely intriguing. I'd like to help you solve this mystery.
You, my friend, are a gentle person and a scholar, and I have something to offer in exchange for your assistance. Now, remember, the moons are only retrievable at night. Thus, I encourage you to use a disillusionment when necessary.
How many statues are there to find?
I don't know precisely, but I've spotted dozens. Seems they're everywhere I look. You have your work cut out for you, if you were to ever unravel their meaning.
So these, the dialogue for the answers to this has changed.
You mentioned offering something in exchange for my assistance.
I did. Once you've brought me enough moons, I'll show you even more powerful forms of Alohomora. Not every lock is as easy to pick as the faculty towers.
Yep, so those are slightly... I mean, they're not too different to what they were, but they have slightly changed.
Understood. I shall keep an eye out.
I appreciate that. Oh, and I knew you were the one to ask for help. Keep at it so we can solve this mystery.
Right, so will this now trigger the next storyline? If not, we'll have to do a bit of maybe running around.
Hello, friend. I wonder if you might stop by the Three Broomsticks when you can. I would like your help with something.
Right.
As I mentioned, my sister Anne misses Hogwarts, and she hasn't been herself lately. I'd like to take you up on your promise to visit her with me. I'm heading to Feldcroft soon, so I'll look forward to seeing you there. It's just south of Hogwarts. By the way, hope you're faring well with the blasting curse. It's still one of my favorites.
Right, so this is who I wanted to...
Beasts class. I've asked Deke to assist you in using the room to further your studies in that regard. Please meet him there when you can.
I've not heard from my Uncle Roland in quite some time. I've been beside myself with worry. Could you meet me in the courtyard?
Right, so Adelaide Oaks, while technically is a side quest, it is actually essential to the main quest. So, so the Elf in the Knapsack is essential to the storyline, as is in the shadow of the estate. And yes, where is it? The Tale of Roland Oaks. As I said, while technically it is a side quest, it is an essential part to the main storyline. So I will actually do that as because I actually think that Roland Oaks was meant to essentially be the person that actually went with you to the mines to discover what they were building, instead of Amit Takar. But because quite a few Ravenclaws like myself made complaints about the fact there was no Ravenclaw companion, they quickly changed it and added Amit Takar as your companion. So I hope that they will in some way kind of keep Roland Oaks as part of the storyline in the next game. Right, so it does say we need to meet Deke first, but I think we should do it in the shadow of the estate first, because I think that is the most important one. So as you can see from the map, I have made my way all the way to Feldcroft already. I've done some side quests along the way to get myself there. I never understand why we don't get the hint screen up on
Wonder who lives here.
the PS5.
You made it.
Right, Okay, let's. Oh, doesn't look like the what's it like? The fact that he looks like he wants to be here. Right, so I won't. Let's for the
Enjoying
moment.
the view.
Keeping an eye on things. Feldcroft isn't what it used to be. No one has felt safe here since Ranrock's loyalists took a peculiar interest in that castle over there. Rookwood Castle. My uncle Solomon is a former Auror and refuses to look into it, even after Anne was cursed by one of them. Possibly with a wand, no less.
I heard a goblin refer to wizard kind as wand carriers. Are goblins forbidden from carrying wands?
Precisely. That's why I'm on the hunt for answers. If I'm to cure her, I need to understand what happened to her. Anne was always the most mischievous of the three of us. Which is saying something, knowing me and ominous. I'm hoping a surprise visit from me and a new friend from Hogwarts will help lift her spirits. Bring back the Anne I used to know. Come on, I'll take you to my uncle's. This way.
Oh, we're on it today. Normally he just walks.
Feldcroft used to be a lot livelier. With Ranrock's lot wandering about all the time, everyone stays out of sight. Here we are. My sister should be just inside.
Aha!
Sebastian, where did you... Is that what I think it is?
We've been over this, boy.
Hey.
Shrivelfigs cannot reverse a curse. Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
But we haven't tried everything.
There is no cure! When will you accept that?
Never. I can never accept it.
Now look what you've done.
I'm sorry.
Leave.
I'm sorry you had to see that. If you don't mind, I just need a moment alone.
Poor Sebastian. Not the visit he'd hoped for.
I'm sorry about earlier. Those bouts of pain are difficult to bear.
I don't know why. I mean, one of the things I thought was, rather than keep Anne with her uncle, because clearly she's, sleeping. What's it? Why not just keep her at Hogwarts? At least she'd be cared for in a better way. I've forgotten how you hide the screen. Oh, because trouble is you. I just realised even if I was it, I can't even take the photo anyway. Okay. I'll leave that long enough to. Right, let's.
Are you all right, Anne? I didn't mean to intrude.
You didn't, truly. And I'm all right. The pain from this curse comes in bouts, and often suddenly. It's not anyone's fault. It's nice to meet you, by the way. You must be the new 5th year Sebastian told me about.
I am. Sebastian and I met during a rather lively duel in defense against the dark arts.
Oh dear, Professor Hecat. She's a powerful witch. And she knows how to keep students like my brother, and me, in line.
I do miss Hogwarts, but I wouldn't mind being in Feldcroft really if it wasn't so dreary now. Between the goblins at the castle and my uncle fighting with Sebastian whenever he's home, it's not the cozy retreat it once was.
Sebastian mentioned something about your uncle being an ex-Aura, but refusing to go after Ranrock's loyalists. I must say, I wasn't prepared for him to be as angry as he was.
Uncle Solomon is frustrated by what happened to me, and by Sebastian for thinking he can fix it. They both mean well, I know they do, but my uncle is right. This curse cannot be undone. I can feel it. Sebastian cannot take away my pain. Perhaps you can help him to understand that.
I'll do my best. I can promise to speak with him about it.
Thank you. His search for a cure is futile, I'm afraid. I'm getting tired. I should probably rest. Thank you for stopping by. I wish you well.
I think, though, that in a way, Sebastian is right in the fact that you know, because you don't know what it is that's happened to her, you don't know if there is a cure for it. All right, let's talk to old Misery Guts
That
here.
boy will fray my last nerve.
He's what we would refer to as a victim Eldrew.
Excuse me, Mr. Sallow.
Oh, yes, Sebastian's friend. I apologize on behalf of my nephew. He doesn't know when to stop. I was about to check on Anne. Did I see you come from the house? How is she?
She's all right. She said she was going to rest.
Nothing can be done for her.
I understand you've tried everyone from Nurse Blaney to St. Mungo's to no avail.
We have. My nephew thinks he knows better than the healers.
Perhaps the healers don't know everything, sir. Sebastian is single-mindedly focused on finding a way to help his sister. If there is a cure, he will find it.
Your faith in Sebastian is misplaced. Some sort of dark magic cursed Anne, and the goblins aren't likely to explain themselves anytime soon. Giving her hope is cruel. The only thing to do now is keep Anne comfortable and stay out of the Loyalists' way.
Then my response to that would be then send her to Hogwarts Hospital Wing and let her just be comfortable there.
I understand what you're saying, sir.
Good. I know what's best for Anne and Sebastian. They are my stubborn brother's children.
See, that's my problem with him.
If you really want to be of help, you'll make sure Sebastian does what he should do, not what he wants to do. He's no idea the harm he could do if he doesn't stop. I hope you'll remember what I've said. Good day.
I ought to see how Sebastian's faring.
He's made it very clear just in that comment what he thinks about Sebastian just because of his whatever issues he has with his brother. Right.
Why will he not listen to me? She's my sister.
How are you doing, Sebastian?
You got a first-hand glance at what I'm dealing with. I apologize for my uncle.
Maybe you should just all stop apologizing for one another.
I know he's angry, but he's only trying to do what he thinks is best for Anne.
He's always angry. He's been angry since my parents died. After Anne was hurt, he only grew worse. It's as though he blames me somehow, always calling me my father's son, as if that's an insult. I'm the one trying to help her. He's simply given up.
Both Anne and your uncle seem genuinely convinced that nothing more can be done for her.
I refuse to believe that. Anne's pain is more than physical. It has changed her entirely. I miss my sister. And I'm going to get her back. Come with me. I need to show you where it happened. Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize. They should not be underestimated.
So that's a bit of new dialogue.
All the debris you'll see is from whatever's going on at that abandoned estate. They've been digging for something.
See, previously you just walked along this bit here. Now they're allowing you to
On that
run.
plateau is where they cursed Anne. This way.
How much longer are we expected to dig through this rubble? Ranrock knows what he's doing. It's an honor to be a part of
Right, let's put the mandrakes on because I accidentally used the potion.
Incendio.
Surely you can see that.
Come up here and fight
Oh.
me. Why can't I hit you? I won't rest. Good for you.
What are you doing? What is this? Put me on the ground.
As you asked.
You've made your last mistake. I won't rest. Rather unwise coming back this way. How childish. Someone's here.
I confess, that was a bit more than I'd bargained for. I tried to warn you.
Telling me it's a bit more than shit. Oh, a little campfire for them.
Those loyalists deserved what they got.
Couldn't agree more. This is where it happened. We smelled smoke in the middle of the night. When we looked outside, flames were shooting from the estate. Before my uncle and I could stop her, Anne rushed out, racing towards the fire, worried someone had been hurt. She came face to face with a horde of goblins, frantically trying to stamp out the flames. Suddenly, an icy voice drifted out from somewhere in the smoke. Children should be seen and not heard. A blinding blast followed. They didn't even give her a chance to run.
It seems an awfully violent response to a child wandering by. What were they trying to hide?
My thoughts exactly. It may be grasping at Billywigs, but I keep thinking that there might be something here that could lead me to whoever cursed Anne. Might be the only way to learn what type of magic harmed her, which could help me find a cure.
Perhaps you're right. The Loyalists are everywhere, but they do seem to be spending a lot of time here, and it's likely they're hiding something.
And at Rookwood Castle. Shall we have a look around? They seem to have set up camp here for a specific reason. They have stations for everything.
Whose home was this?
Been abandoned long since I've lived here. Rumor was, a Hogwarts professor lived here once, centuries ago. But that's all I ever heard.
Revelio.
Give me the opportunity to repair something there.
I've heard that goblin dig sites like these are popping up everywhere.
It's a wonder the Ministry isn't doing more.
Well, unfortunately, the Minister for Magic at that time didn't keep the
Always armed
stuff.
and ready for a fight, Ranrock's Loyalists.
It might be worth taking a closer look at the house itself.
Revelio.
Minister Spavin, I believe it was.
This well looks familiar. Sebastian, I've seen this before. This house, the well, the view.
What do you mean? When?
Give me a moment. I'll explain in a second. Revelio. Sebastian, over here. Do you think that this was damaged by the fire the night that Anne was cursed?
Could be. But it looks to me as though this was intentional.
But that's the thing. Who was intentionally doing it? So this is the thing I never you don't figure out. Who intentionally done it?
Sebastian, this house did belong to a Hogwarts professor, hundreds of years ago.
Who? What do you...
I found a pensive that day in the restricted section with a memory that showed this house. There was a little girl and a drought. The keepers have shown me other memories as well. The girl became a Hogwarts professor. Her name was Isadora Morganach. She was one of the keepers.
The keepers? Like in Quidditch? And you found a pensive in the library? I'm not following you.
I realize it's a lot to take in. I'm not even sure I understand it all yet. And no, not like Quidditch. They call themselves keepers because they're protecting some type of knowledge. It has to do with the vault at Gringotts.
Let me see if I've got this straight. You have Ranrock and Rookwood after you because of something you found at Gringotts where you ended up via a port key. You can see traces of an ancient magic that you think Ranrock is trying to harness. And now you've been witnessing memories left by keepers. Oh, and this house belonged to a Hogwarts professor who was one of these non-Quidditch keepers hundreds of years ago. If I didn't know you, I think you were pulling my leg.
It is all a bit much, isn't it, when you put it like that? The point is, we both have good reason to search this house. You for answers about what happened to Anne, and me for answers about the keepers.
Look at this.
Someone piled this here for a reason. Is it blocking something?
Only one way to find out.
Yeah, so this is, to me, is the biggest mystery. Who would intentionally want to destroy this portrait? Was it done centuries ago by the other keepers?
why bother blocking a stairwell?
There might be something here worth a closer look.
They've left all of this simply strewn about. Tells me they're after something bigger.
I hope if they do, if they are going to do this, what do you call it? The DLC. That they're either going to answer some of these questions that they've posed in this, but also give you the ability to go and expand on your ability as an ancient magic wielder.
Entry of Isadora's. I should hold on to this. Seems these journal entries are from Isadora's travels.
Confringo!
Lumos. You're not going to believe this. I can see the Undercroft.
What? A daydream? Because that happens to me too.
I know it sounds strange, but...
Honestly, nothing you say sounds strange to me anymore.
Fair enough. I can see the Undercroft through this stone wall, as though it's a window. This has happened before.
I'm listening.
I think it's to do with my ability to see traces of ancient magic.
But you said you didn't really understand it, and that you couldn't wield it.
That's true, and I'm still not sure what it all means. What I do know is that my ability allows me to travel through these windows I see.
Wait. We can get straight to the Undercroft from here. Ominous will be flawed.
We can. But perhaps best not to tell anyone else about this for now. Even Ominous.
Understood. Well then, invisible, secret, ancient magic passageway? Here we come. I'm tempted to hold my breath.
Lumos.
Why would the door lead us here?
Sebastian, look.
Seems the Gaunts weren't the only ones that knew about the Undercroft.
Why hide a triptych here?
Seems as if something's missing.
A note. Let's have a look.
Anything helpful in the note?
A rune symbol. I've seen similar symbols used by the keepers.
I've been thinking. A keeper lived in that house centuries ago, and Ranrock and his lot have been searching there. You said that goblins may be wielding some form of this ancient magic. Do you think Anne was cursed by ancient magic?
I can't be sure, of course, but I don't think so. I didn't see any traces of it around your sister.
Very well. But that doesn't mean it's not ancient magic. There's still
Very
so much
true.
we don't know about it.
True. Perhaps this triptych will lead us to answers.
Then we'll have to unravel what this all means. But now I need to see Ominous. Don't worry, I won't tell him anything. Did I mention that, apparently, Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here, in Hogwarts?
You did not? Sounds worth looking into. Any idea where in the castle?
No idea. Ominous just learned of it. I'll let you know what I find out. I had no idea our visit to Cian would unfold into all of this. My head's an utter mess. But I'm glad you told me everything you did. I'll be in touch. Till then.
Right, so although technically this was a main quest, a lot of what comes after this now will be side quests related to the companion quests.
Revelio.
I don't know why I obviously didn't pick these up the last time I came in here. Right, I don't particularly want to go back to the room requirement for the moment, because I know it will trigger the next side quest. Or the next quest with Deke. So this is the letter from Set. Oh yes, so this was the Wizarding Crackers notice. Reminder to staff. Yes, so this is a student that got injured. And basically was the reason why Quidditch was banned. Okay, so I think what I want to do in the next episode is I will do this, because this does take a while to do, but I want to do a friend indeed. So let's just quickly go back to the faculty area. To the south wing. So the last Daedalian keys are there, so I'll just grab those quickly.
Clever? How offensive.
Like I said, I don't think. Right, so hopefully I should do these in enough time to complete the Daedalian keys.
Revelio. Brilliant. Levioso.
Right, so the last key is on this area here. I should have just actually gone back. Well, I won't do this bit for the moment. I do believe it's on this. Is it this floor? No, I need to go down. I need to go down one more floor. And then come back up.
Excellent.
Right, so we go back to my common room.
Have you finished your herbology essay? It's only about half an inch thick, and I found a black bead.
That's it. I'm making good progress with those tokens. Here we go, the last house token. Time to see what's inside.
Fire in the common room after a long day, especially if we've had potions. Much cozier than the Great Hall.
Always wondered what the other house's common rooms were like. Ours is the best. Still, I do wonder.
I'd be glad if they let us convene at the Three Broomsticks instead.
Well, look at that.
It's my favorite.
Thanks goes to the...
Well, it says stylish. So, where is it? So I didn't mean to cut off the... I assume that what's the name will be in the... Obviously, he's just going to thank the former headmistress Apraxia. Oh.
Were you able to follow one of the Daedalian keys?
Hello, Nellie. Actually, I found all of the keys and opened my house chest.
Oh, wonderful. What did you find?
I found a rather interesting costume.
Brilliant. Well, thank you for solving that mystery for me. I always wondered what those keys would lead to.
Some naughty students. At least assuming they're being naughty. Anyway, I'm going to end the one here for now. So I'm going to say thank you very much and goodbye for now. What I'll do is in the next video I will speak to Adelaide Oaks just over there, and I will also do the knapsack and the one with Deke as well. But until then, thank you very much for watching this episode. and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye for now, and happy gaming, everybody.